the end of the video, but I wanted to make this to the front. On this car here, the rear window isn't working and the rear lock isn't locking, and the speaker works. This no longer lights up. That switch doesn't light up at night. This is a Raycom connector, and it's the only part that I'm going to use to fix the electric window fault on this car. This car has put up a bit of a battle. There were no broken wires in here at all, and I've actually used my meters to check from point A. Like, basically I'm tracing this purple white wire, okay? Online it said this purple white wire does all the communication between from the front door to the back door. And I checked this wire to here, the same purple white wire, and it's absolutely fine, right? So the next thing I thought is probably the module has gone down. So what I did was I came to this side of the car, and this is the same part, and I swapped this part from here to there, and I've got my computer plugged in up the front there. I'll show you the fault code in a minute. That isn't the problem. This control unit went over to that side and the fault remained the same, so I've just got to put this back together. I found the fault now though, and you wouldn't believe it. Let me just show you the fault code first. So you can see the J388, that is the left door, and the J398, that's the right door. So the right door is the first fault, and this left door is there because I disconnected it to swap to the right. Looking in here now, this is the driver's door, this is the back door. The wiring in this purple white wire here is actually broken here, amongst a few others that are trying to break. When I took off that other door card, I was able to test the purple and white wire for that same door, and I found that there was 12 volts on it. So it meant that it should be 12 volts on the other door, which there wasn't. So that took me to the front door. So this is the reason why the rear door isn't working. Isn't that funny? So I've got to fix this now, and I expect that's disgusting. I've got to fix this now, and then I'll be in business. So I've taken this door card apart now, and I'm really going to attack these broken wires here now, right? So one thing I had to do was disconnect this cover. Bit of a challenge, you see. It's got these clips there. You really got to get your pick. When it's in there like that, got to get your pick in and leave this in one side at a time, and then it's more difficult to do the other side. That's quite challenging. This bit here now, it's got this clip. I've pushed it inside here now. It's one of these ones, and you've got to really push to get this one in. You've got to push these bits in. It's extra challenging as well. Don't break it though, because then you won't be able to seal the door. Same thing again here. You got 4 in each corner. So now that's in there, I've pushed it in, yeah, and now I can push the whole rubber in. I'm gonna push the rubber through. If it goes, if I'm lucky enough, it'll go all the way in. Yeah guys, so I'm just editing the video, and I thought this fuse box is staring me in the face, and I wanted to just bring up something. If you had a fault where your rear doors weren't working, rather than just one, it could be a fuse, but there's a fuse for, like, I think it's the 2 rear doors, but not just one. So if one's working and the other's working, it's not going to be the fuse. But I did check the fuses anyway, but they're different in quite a few of these models, so I can't just say what fuse number it is. It's quite a few, so sometimes it's just best to check all the fuses and to make sure that there aren't any fuses with spaces missing, because sometimes people mess about and take fuses out and not put them back in the right place. Yeah, now back to the video, sorry about that. And then I'll just do the repair. Let me just do the connector is gonna go and sleeve between these 2 wires. I think this is probably the most flexible option I've got in repairing these wires, you know, because I've sprayed WD-40 in this to try and keep it off, and I'll spray a bit more later. I don't want to use insulation tape because it will just come off. So watch this. It's my heat gun there. I'm going to put this on, warm it up, seal it. I'll put some insulation paint on these cracked wires just to seal them up, and leave it at that. slot something like this, and you want to get the insulation of the wire, see the purple white past the red on both sides. So this side needs to come in a bit more like that, that bit in a bit more like that, and then I'll heat it up, and that'll be my joint. That's it. Oh, what a look what I've done. You gotta be careful when you take it apart, because yeah, you can do that quite easily. That sucks. Jeez, let's do it again. That'll properly seal it up, but this one doesn't seem to do it. I've heated it for ages. Now this connection still remains flexible, which is really good. Now I'm just gonna get the paint and paint in this insulation here. I really hope that they don't ever break, but it should be alright. And if I test my rear electric window now, it should work. Look at that. I'm gonna lock the car. I'm pretty sure it's gonna lock as well. Winning. So this is the liquid insulation tape that I use. Customer gave it to me some time ago. It helps for like when you have little cracks in your wire like that. You can seal this up. You know, it's really meant for when you're doing probing wires for testing, but this will do. There's a little brush in here, but it's falling in, so I'm going to use my pick just to rub the insulation into these wires. So a bit like this, I got it all. It's quite a thick paint, so it will set and seal that crack. And just make sure I get them all. Just going to dry that paint as quickly as I can. Put this car back together. Drying it for a while and it's starting to get all tarry, so that's what the insulation stuff is like. Dry a bit more. And that's it, man. It's not fully dry yet, but it's dry enough for me to slide all my things back into place. And give it a quick little spray with WD-40 so the wires can move against each other nicely. Hopefully that won't stop my stuff from drying. Well, let's see. So that's the two bits. Make sure that it goes back properly. Now I'll be able to tell probably by which side has the most battering. I say this side took the most beating, so I'll say this side wants to be this way. Like that, something like that. Right, and then this bit here, I've just got to slide that back in to this. So you see, like that edge slides in behind there. It makes a nice seal. And like I've never been there, it's all back together. No broken clips, and everything should be working. Everything should be working. This is obviously a speaker. This is your window motor, and this control unit here, this black box, is the box that tells the lock to work. It also tells the window to work. It also tells the window that there's an obstruction, which is something called anti-pinch. So if you put your hand in the way, it can tell that there's a pressure and it will reverse the motor. It's all built into that. This one here is your airbag crash sensor for the right side. So if someone smashes into the right side of the car, this sensor picks it up and sends it to the control unit in there, which is the airbag ECU. I will decide whether or not to deploy any airbags or just a seat belt, or even the driver's airbag. Alright, all of the door switches on that door. It's still on the door, and it will plug into this piece here. So this control unit is called the driver's door control module. It controls all the electronics in the driver's door. Before we do anything else, we've got to check our faults. Remember, we had 2 fault codes, and I think it was J389 and J388, because I swapped. We've got here J388 and J389. Alright, repair done. First test. Lock the car. Oh my god, it didn't lock. Well, that's the unlock button. Whoa. Oh, it's not working. I think I forgot to plug the bloody lock back in. Let's see if this works. Feature not available. Oh, and I got carried away as well. I was clearing the faults on this one. Oh, let's see, because we've still got these fault codes here. Let's see if it works. Probably should throw something like central locking, not working. The faults have gone intermittent now. I expect that I forgot to plug in the motor for the lock. I wonder if I did. So no codes present. Happy days. Let's take this door card off again and make sure. Oh, what a liberty. So when it's working, well, I think I forgot to plug in the lock. Yeah, luckily it's just 2 screws, but it's still time wasted. You can waste money, don't waste time. Well, that's the saying that I like. Alright, so 1 screw in there and 1 screw just down in there. I'll just pop this open and look at that. I forgot. Right. Well, I've got to take this out. So to take this out, you just got to pop that there and unhook it like that. Like that. And disconnect this one here. So we got that one there. That's that, man. What else did I want to do? I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Putting this door card back together, see, done the repair. This is the access holes to take the door card off. We just got 2, and after that you just use a trim tool remover when you pull it off. Then have to take that trim piece off at all. Alright, that's it. Yeah, luckily it's just 2 screws, but it's still time wasted. You can waste money, don't waste time. Well, that's the saying that I like, because I do waste money and stuff. Alright, so 1 screw in there and 1 screw just down in there. I'll just pop this open and look at that. I forgot. Well, I've got to take this out. So to take this out, you just got to pop that there and unhook it like that. Like that. And disconnect this one here. So we got that one there. That's that, man. What else did I want to do? I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so locked. Unlocked. Nope. It's got a feature so it only unlocks the driver's door. But we've completed this job, guys. We've won. These are all the tools I used for the job. Obviously a scanner, a heat gun. Didn't use any insulation tape this time. Some WD-40. Obviously that wire stripper I used to strip back the purple white wire. My pick, I used that for getting the trims off, the rubber trims off, like this. I've had these too often, they're not damaged, so make sure that if you do it yourself you don't damage them. Have some patience. I used multimeters to confirm that the wires from the back to the actual the door control module weren't broken, and they weren't. And then obviously I found the broken wires up the front. The reason why the front affected the back is because the front has the switches here and the control module there. So when you press the switch there, it tells this module to tell that module to operate the window. So because the wire, purple white wire, connects those two modules together was broken, they couldn't communicate, and that's the reason. Guys, what do you think of my t-shirt? I'm starting to build the feature of the company. You know, we're gonna sell some clothes and stuff. I like designing stuff, I like doing stuff. This one, I made this image with ChatGPT. I asked it to make a picture of London with some German cars in there, and it did it. I didn't realise that it put part of London on fire. It's got a GTA style helicopter going to it. We've got Big Ben, London Bridge. I don't know what that building is, to be fair, but I thought it was quite cool, so I just let it run. But my 3,000th subscriber, if they want one and they ask for one, they can get one of these. And if no one asks for it, because if someone does ask for it, I'll put it on, I'll mention it in my video when I get to 3,000 subscribers, and so I'll just choose a random commenter or something, or the person that comments the most or something like that, you know. Alright. Bless up, guys. Thanks for watching.